Welcome to the October edition of Ask the AD at Weber State Athletics. I'm Paul Gruen, joined by Weber State Athletic Director Jerry Bovee. It's mid-October already, Jerry. Time sure flies by, but what a fun fall it has been so far. We're going to get into all that. We're going to talk a little football, volleyball, soccer, cross country, basketball, all kinds of things. Is that time of year. We'll first start with the Wildcat football team coming off a big win over number 3 Eastern Washington on Saturday. The Wildcats now ranked 7th in the country in this week's poll. Again, another home game coming this Saturday as we speak here in mid-October. Another home game against Montana State. Great performance last Saturday.
Yeah, it was. And, it's our third game? We got a couple left. It's Pick the Sound Day today on Ask the AD. We got flyovers and all kinds of fun stuff. But it was a fun weekend. It's only one other time, according to the great Paul Gruen's notes that I read, have we beaten a number 3 seed.
The biggest one since then.
Yeah, so, it was good. Our defense really showed up to hold a powerful offensive team like Eastern Washington to a couple of field goals. Really says something about the way our defense played. And we got off to a great start offensively and then just kind of had to figure it out. So that's college football.
Absolutely. One of the top defenses in the country, leading the country in turnover margin, turnovers gained, fumbles recovered, those kind of things. And Coach Hill has the defense playing very well once again. So, again, Montana State coming up October 20th at home at 4 o'clock start. Again, that game will be televised on Root Sports and on AT&T Sports Network. Also,
so no Pluto.
No Pluto TV this week, yes, because it is on Root and AT&T. Also, the Wildcat volleyball team tied for first place, 6-2 in Big Sky play. There's a big logjam at first place, but boy, Coach Larson has them playing well too.
It's really fun to be in the mix there. It's been a long time for us on the volleyball side. Big Sky's been a good volleyball conference, and we, up until now, have not been in the mix this far into the season. So to see us right there battling for a conference championship has been a dream, and we're excited about the way the program's developing.
Yeah, and a similar thing for the soccer team, who is in first place too with just one game left. Weber State will host the conference tournament October 31st through November 4th, that's for sure, but the Wildcats still have a chance to win the regular season.
Yeah, one of the things I'm really proud of there is we made a bid to host the soccer long before we knew what that was going to look like, and kind of jokingly before the season with Coach Crompton just saying, hey, you got to be in. 6 teams get in, right? And so they've done what they need to do, and we're guaranteed to being in the tournament at our place, and home pitch advantage. That should be fun.
Absolutely. Also, the Big Sky Cross Country Championships, October 27th. So both teams prepare for that, the men and women team in cross country as well. And at the same time now, basketball is about to start for the men's and women's teams. A couple of notes for that. The season begins November 6th for the men, November 9th for the women. We will not hold a purple and white game this year instead of focusing on a couple different things. Let's go over some of the reasons behind that.
Yeah, I've had a couple people ask why not. And I think in working with our coaching staff, you like to change things up a little bit, and we typically have gotten out in front and done a purple and white, and then we kind of drag a little bit as you get into some of the exhibition games. So we thought that maybe we'd create a purple and white atmosphere at our first exhibition game, and also Coach Ray, made all of his scrimmages open to the public too. So it's really more accommodating for our fan base to kind of pick a day when they can come and watch the team. Get ready to go, and it's going to be an exciting team. I've been over to practice a little bit. You've been over there. Much more up-tempo style that Coach Ray's implemented this year with the athletes that we've got, and I think it's going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely. So 6 new freshmen for the Wildcat team. An open scrimmage will be Saturday morning, October 20th at 10 a.m. That's free to the public at the D Event Center. You can come on by and watch the Wildcat scrimmage before but you can make Saturday a big day. We've got volleyball at 1 o'clock and then football at 4 o'clock Saturday.
It's going to be fun.
Come out to that. November 1st, the exhibition game against Chadron State for the men's team. Also, a women's scrimmage will open as well. A date will be announced on that too soon with Coach Harris, the new head coach for the women's team.
That's going to be exciting too. I've been to a few practices on the women's side, and I think we're going to be very competitive there. I think too with that first exhibition game against Chadron State, some of the things that we've done in our purple and white will implement that first game. So those that enjoyed coming and having a Wildcat Club function, you're still going to be able to do that. We're just doing that on our first exhibition game.
A dinner for Wildcat Club members before the game. Also that week, November 2nd, is the Cat Bash auction, sponsored and kind of put on by the Wildcat Club, a fundraiser. That's one of the big events that we hold here during the athletic season.
Yeah, tickets are on sale now. You can call the Wildcat Club to get your table for that. that is a big fundraiser for us, and it all goes to scholarships. So we hope that those of you that are listening will come out and enjoy a great evening there.
November 2nd for that. So there's got November 1st basketball, November 2nd Cat Bash, November 3rd football. But soccer tournaments that same weekend. There's a whole lot going on that weekend.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
transition from fall to winter always gets us like this.
It'll be great.
It's a lot of hours.
We are here on the football field, and as Corey Holmes will pan over, you can see a little bit of the construction going on. Jerry, give us an update maybe of the construction of the new North End Zone building.
Yeah, those that are coming up here to games can kind of see what we're looking at, which would appear like it's not much, but the power grid through campus runs right through this area. So a lot of the work that's been done to this point has all been subsurface, realigning power structures and all that. This week we're putting in footings, and then you're really going to start to see the building come out of the ground.
Still on pace for September of next year.
Everything's still on pace.
That'll be such a big building for sure. Let's talk real quick in our final moments about some television, and we've had lots of discussions over the years about this. Again, this Saturday is on Root Sports, which is controlled by the Big Sky, and a great production that they do goes across the region. But there's also been discussions about how many games to put on, what games, what you do, and so forth. What are your thoughts on television?
Well, and we always get in the discussion of whether it affects ticket sales or doesn't. The data doesn't show that having a game on TV affects your ticket revenues. Now, there's a different tier structure with regard to rights. If it's a conference game, the conference has first rights, and we have a deal with Root in football, and then 11 sports in football and basketball. And once those games kind of get picked up, then it's an open market for a bid. And we've tried to put a couple of games on every year, and there's a couple things I think that it does. One is it gets Weber State athletics out to the state of Utah in a different way than maybe we do if we're just streaming on Pluto. So from a recruiting standpoint, in football especially right now, our recruiting structure is about we're getting to that 50-50 range from in-state to out-of-state. Being able to have those games on is good for families, but it's good to kind of garner interest. And so we go and for us, we kind of do our own TV deal. We partner with KJazz, and then we have to go out and partner with somebody to come in and produce the game and put the game on, and we kind of become our own self-producers in a way to put the package together. In some places, you'll have an ESPN come in or another television company that just says, "I'm going to make a bid, and we got a place to put you on." We kind of do our own thing. So we're really grateful to have the partnerships that we have to be able to get on TV over the air, and it's different being on TV over the air than streaming. No matter what you say, more eyeballs have access to the product. So we're going to still do that. We'll put 3 or 4 basketball games on every year, and we're going to try to put a couple of football games on every year, as long as we have those partnerships in place and we have an ability to afford the production cost. And then our marketing folks will go out and sell ads to recoup some of that money. And we want to make a little bit of money, but even if you can break even on 5 or 6 broadcasts a year, it goes a long way in your recruiting.
Sure. And
separates us from some of the others that may not have access to over-the-air TV.
So the plan with November 3rd game against Sacramento State on KJazz, and then looking forward to 3 or 4 basketball games, including BYU at home this season.
Yeah,
as well,
that's a big one. It's going to be a big one.
Well, Jerry, thanks for joining us. It's been a fun visit here, and boy, what an exciting time of year going on at Weber State Athletics. Again, check out WeberStateSports.com for all the information and all the schedules coming up for this next few weeks, and be sure to follow us as well. Thanks for joining us, and go Wildcats.